Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session on how we start STEM in school. This session is specifically designed for the schools who want to start the STEM but stuck. Where do we begin with? They will also be having questions like, do we need lab at first? Do the teachers need advanced training? Will they be overloaded? And how much plan does it require? And honestly, these are the valid questions. To help us simplify the process, we have our trainers with us. They usually work closely with the schools with the early stage implementation. Today, we are going to break STEM implementation into simple 90-day starter roadmap. Let's begin with one common misconception. Many schools think STEM implementation starts with expensive infrastructure.
In reality, strong STEM programs usually start with mindset, planning, and small systems, not large investments. And because of that, they keep delaying implementation. Strong schools usually begin differently.
Exactly. They start small, test system, build confidence gradually, and then scale step by step. Exactly. Some schools wait for perfect conditions before starting. STEM implementation is not a one-day setup. It is a phased journey. Now, let's understand why we are focusing on 90 days especially.
Because schools need realistic implementation windows, not use long-term plans that feel overwhelming.
In 90 days, school can build initial alignment, prepare teachers, conduct starter sessions, observe engagement, create system, and identify challenges early. And most importantly, schools can start building momentum without pressure.
Exactly. The goal of the first 90 days is not perfection. The goal is successful initiation.
When we asked principals, teachers regarding the biggest challenge, we got responses like time, teacher confidence, resources, and learning clarity. And today, we will address each of these practically. Now, let's begin with the roadmap. Phase 1 is alignment and stakeholder protection.
This phase is extremely important because STEM implementation cannot depend on one executive person alone. Key stakeholders usually are headmaster, teacher, STEM coordinator, or implementation lead.
Now, let's understand the roles clearly. School leadership or principal provide direction, support, and implementation priority. Teachers manage the classroom and execution. The coordinator ensures communication, tracking, and consistency. During the first 30 days, school should focus on orientation discussion, expectation clarity, teachers onboarding, simple implementation planning, identifying available resources. And importantly, school should start with realistic expectations, not aggressive expansion plans. Now comes the exciting part, the actual implementation. Launching across all grades immediately, start with selected classes, limited session, simple activities, basic tracking methods.
Why is starting small important?
Because annual implementation helps school identify real classroom challenges before starting. For example, how teachers manage activities, how student responds, how timetable integration works, how material management functions. And this is where school begin converting planning into operational reality.
And schools should celebrate small wins during this stage because early confidence matters a lot.
Now, we move on to the third phase, that is review and strengthening. Phase is often ignored, but it is one of the most important stage. School should now ask what worked well, what challenges they have faced, and which grade engaged well, and what support teachers might still need.
Importantly, this phase is not about judging type. It's about strengthening systems.
Exactly. Some schools discover they need shorter session. Some realize group management needs to be improved. Some identify strong student participation. These insights become a foundation for the long-term planning. By the end of 90 days, school should have basic implementation confidence, teacher familiarity, student participation patterns, initial tracking system, and operational clarity. And one.
Let's discuss something very important. Those are common implementation risks. Many schools fail not due to the lack of interest, but due to avoidable mistakes.
First mistake is trying to scale too quickly. Large implementation without system creates confusion.
The second mistake is depending upon only one teacher. Implementation becomes unstable when ownership is limited to only one person.
Third mistake is lack of review. Without reflection and tracking, schools repeat the same challenges continuously.
And the fourth mistake is overcomplicating the process in the beginning. Simple system usually works better during early implementation.
Imagine your school is starting STEM next month. Comment what is the first step your school should take. Thank you, Pavitra and Bona, for joining for a beautiful, impactful session.
Thank you, Meghana.
Thank you, Meghana. It's really a wonderful session.
Schools do not need perfect infrastructure to begin. They need structured direction and sustainable systems. Schools want to create a structured STEM implementation system, teachers onboarding, scalable execution roadmaps. They can explore TAN 90, which supports in building sustainable STEM implementation models. Thank you for joining. Please do subscribe for the impactful and meaningful insights.